All right, so we got the heavyweight news of the century. Somebody heard us talking, D. Somebody heard me, you, and
they had to.
They had to, man, because we told the whole world. We told Real Boxing Knowledge, RBK Nation. We told you. Anthony Joshua needed to find that dog in him. He needed to find his skill set, and we said he ought to go over to TMT and let Floyd get a hold of him. And, so now you got a whole different dynamic because you got Anthony Joshua versus Usyk in the rematch. And, so this is going to be Floyd Mayweather's tutelage on stage for the whole world to see the impact that he can make with a raw. I mean, I still consider Anthony Joshua as a raw commodity.
Right.
Like his potential hasn't been molded.
No, it hasn't.
Not like Wilder. Wilder, like Norman was saying yesterday, Wilder is setting his ways.
He's setting his ways.
Yeah, I don't see AJ that way. I think AJ can still be.
He want to learn
and coach.
He want to learn. Wilder doesn't want to learn. He wants to tell you what he's going to do. That's why he comes up short.
Yeah, exactly.
And remember, you said it yourself. You was like, that's where he should go. He should go with Floyd. But your arrogance, man, arrogance and your ego will have you losing all the time. Yeah, everybody has it.
Should humble himself like AJ is doing and go learn stuff.
So
that's a massive situation. I mean, with Floyd Mayweather's name attached to your training,
right?
Okay, and this boy has like mega star power. AJ has the entire United Kingdom. You see those shows? He probably has the coldest entrance ever for a heavyweight.
I told you the UK fans are the better fans. USA fans, we abandon our fighters. I don't care what nobody say.
That's true.
UK has the better fans. They stick with their fighters through and through.
They
can't even be mad at them.
Yeah, they 100% behind AJ. You can see the support. When he comes into the ring, it's like a god just walked into the ring.
Yep.
And that dude has power and star power and potential like no other heavyweight since Muhammad Ali. Yep. I mean, the potential. We're not talking about his skill set and talent.
No, we're not.
I think he could get there with somebody like Mayweather teaching him. If he sticks with TMT for, say, the next 3 to 4 years, I think AJ could be a phenom, man.
Mm-hmm.
He really has the raw ability, the talent, the just base talent. He got to have, maybe Floyd can put some swag in there.
You know what? You got to ask yourself, can he fight slick?
Yeah, that's what I mean. If he have to fight some swag. Norman and I were talking about Wilder. If Wilder could find his feet, his toes, and move with that long shotgun jab he could be unbeatable.
Right.
If you couldn't get to him, and he's tall. So it's plausible that you couldn't get to him if he found his toes, found his swag. He want to be flat-footed and try to use the speed. The cat got speed too, because he do be catching people.
Mm-hmm.
Wilder does. But switching back to AJ has everything. He's just got to find his confidence. He's got to get, pull that inner athlete out of him and turn those lights on so he can see and react to what he sees with that little ring generalship, a little more confidence, put a jab together. And, Floyd will teach him because that's the one thing that AJ doesn't really have is great defense. He gets hit.
You do get hit.
Okay, so if you take that away, and this fool can see with that reach and the power, the kid has power. You saw him; he shook up that Klitschko, and he got. You know what? This is the key that I don't know. And if you analyze fights, look at the exchange between Klitschko and Anthony Joshua when it got hot and they were swinging at each other, and he caught Klitschko.
Yeah.
Look, that's inside. That's a heavyweight. Throwing fast, hard, like you know, the strength. Yeah, he had Mike Tyson all over his fists. And he, you know, in the fight IQ, not no boxing IQ. I'm saying in the kitchen.
That's why Mike knocked a lot of people out, because
he will get right in the kitchen with you, and that's it. Yeah. And AJ showed flashes of that. So I don't. It's crazy to have the opportunity that he has. Here's something else. In that effort of recapturing the title from Ruiz Jr., AJ showed that he has ring generalship. He got around that ring and did not allow Ruiz to catch him. And he would pot shot and get that and get out of the kit. Look, man, you got to do what it takes to win the fight. This ain't about, you know, flash. Yeah, win. Find a way to win. Everybody wants to say, oh, he's running. Look, man, it's a fight. All's fair in a fight.
That's right. Cut the ring off. If he running, cut the ring off.
Yeah, if you can't cut it off, and that big man is getting away from you and popping you and getting out of there. Look, AJ has a real opportunity. He's aligned himself. Him and Floyd, it looked like they were going to collaborate. They were kind of flirting with that collaboration for a minute. So this ain't shocking that, you know, he's made that move.
Right.
Right. So now that he's done it, you know, I hate to put Floyd, you know, on the carpet like that. But if Floyd can slick this boy up, like you said, D.
Yeah, you got to fight slick.
Oh, my goodness. But can you imagine if he pulls it off?
Yeah, because
if he can beat Usyk, he can beat any of them.
Usyk is a very good fighter, man. He's a very good fighter. He controls the ring.
That boy is Lomachenko in a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Suit. Yeah.
He controls the ring. That's why he became undisputed in cruiserweight.
Heavyweight matrix.
Yep.
That's what we're looking at, because, you know, that's Ukraine. Hey, the matrix is in.
Yeah, he don't fight stiff either. He don't fight stiff.
Usyk has that ability that makes him very dangerous. He's a, you know, small heavyweight. But he fights like a middleweight, like he about 168 pounds.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so he can sit there and catch a big boy all day, but he ain't that little while he catching you. So that's where Mayweather comes in with AJ to get his head, make him move his head, keep his distance, control the distance. And you just sit there and beat a bigger guy in spots.
Yep.
That's the win for AJ. Be the big man in spots. Come in and pulverize that cat and then get out of the way and turn back into, you know, what you did with Ruiz. Just keep around, have him following you around. But when you see it, you go in like a big man. You go in with that power and just bust him up and then come up out of there. And you back to bully him and moving. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to bully him a little bit, man. You got to stop respecting him and bully him a little bit. That's all.
So at the end of the day, does Floyd get the W?
Right. See, if he doesn't, man, you already know people gonna have they got bad things to say about him now. If he doesn't, it's gonna it's gonna look bad on the both of them. So say he ran the Floyd, and Floyd still didn't teach him nothing, you know. Or if he wins, they're gonna say, Floyd taught him how to run. You know what I mean? You can't win in this situation, but get the W.
Yeah, I think he's too big to try to tie Usyk up. Now, look at this. Remember the Wilder-Fury fight? And we talked about what if Fury pops him and ties him up. See, they're very close in height, though.
Yes.
Usyk is much smaller in height than AJ.
Yep.
AJ ain't going to be reaching down to nothing but some uppercuts.
Exactly.
You don't need to be trying to tie him up. He needs to beat him up and move.
Beat him up and move. Beat him up and get out. That's it. Beat him up and get him out.
Yeah. And, you know, if you get him in trouble, you know, AJ, again, told you he got that raw. He can close.
Yeah.
AJ can finish a fight.
Yeah. Usyk eyes all puffied and darkened also. He just didn't finish him.
Yeah. Got caught trying.
Yeah, you just didn't finish him. You can't watch your work, man.
No.
You can't stand there and watch your work.
Mm-hmm.
You got to treat him just like you said. You got to get in there like how you fought Ruiz. You know, and Ruiz got very fast hands.
Man.
Very fast hands for a big man.
For a big
man.
man.
Very fast hands.
Playing. Yes, that's very true about him.
Yeah. That's why he caught too. Yeah, you gotta have those combinations and right back out. You know, AJ stays in the pocket, watching his work, getting his hit, and losing his confidence. Getting hit, losing his confidence. Every time he get hit, you know what I mean? Because Usyk ain't, like I said, he ain't nothing to play with, man.
So predictions, Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. What you got?
You might get another 12 rounds. I don't see him knocking Usyk out. You might get another 12 rounds, and you can probably get a decision if you learn something. You can get a decision if you learn something.
If I was coaching AJ, I would send AJ after the knockout.
I would too.
Yeah, I would do it the way we're saying, but I would try to have him finish because
I would too.
Usyk is a talented fighter, man. The cat can, he can pull some of them close rounds out boxing, and since he ain't as little as he looks, you can mess around and get shook up again. So you gotta fight in spots.
Carlito, what's annoying to me is if he wins by decision and he doesn't knock him out, it sets it up for a third. I can't sit through these all the time, man. It sets it up for a third because somebody's gonna say, well, now they're 1-1. But if he knocks him out and he looks good doing it, or just beat him up real badly and get a decision, nobody wants to see a third. You're never going to get undisputed dragging this on like this, the way we're doing it. That's why you don't get undisputed. These guys need to finish these guys soon they get in the ring with them. So I don't have to fight you again. I don't want to have to get in there and fight you again unless I want to make more money. So I want to finish him.
I think if AJ pulls this out, he will have to expose Usyk, and we will have to be able to see, our guess right now is he just can't handle a severe beatdown.
Right.
Like you mentioned, how swole up and everything he was.
Yeah.
I think if you really just in spots, just come like a big guy and really beat him up. You don't necessarily have to worry about, it's sort of like, look at how Triple G fought Dichenko. I mean, he was catching it to the body and couldn't take it.
Right.
They'd get Dichenko. Look, Triple G knows he lost that fight. Everybody. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about it, but Dichenko won versus Triple G that last fight.
Right.
And they gave it to Triple G.
They handed it to him.
Yeah. Because he had that look on his face. He knew he lost. Mm-hmm. And when they said Triple G, he
see the difference.
Yeah, the stress just washed off of him because he knew he lost that fight.
Let me tell you something. Guys like AJ and Usyk would have never survived Riddick Bowe. They would have never survived Riddick Bowe or Michael Moorer.
No.
Because those guys come in there and finish.
You don't see Usyk outboxing Michael Moorer? That dude was so unpredictable.
He was unpredictable.
Yeah, sometimes he looked like a world beater.
He'd
come in and handle that bit. You'd be like, oh man, Michael Moorer. Right. And then sometimes he get in there and act like he about to start crying or something. And
yeah.
You hit me.
Yeah.
What?
He tightened up. He was a slick lefty.
Yeah. Power too. I don't understand that.
He don't even look like he's throwing hard. He don't look like he's throwing hard, Carlito. But when he catches you, he'll catch you.
Yeah. You legitimately caught when he catch up to you, you caught. Yeah.
The power of guys like Riddick, it would have killed Anthony Joshua's confidence because Bo's jab and that right hand behind it would have been a problem. Anthony needs to fight like Lennox Lewis.
Yeah. There you go.
When
he had Hasim Rahman he got knocked out BSing around with Hakeem Rahman, but did you see the rematch?
Exactly. He popped him so hard. He popped him so hard, it was crazy.
He hit that man. It looked like a bus hit Rahman.
Yep.
Got his respect too.
He did. He did. So I don't know if Floyd's going to teach Anthony how to shoulder roll.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Because he's a big dude.
Yeah.
But I would love to see what he's going to try to teach him. I would. And he's teachable. Again, he's teachable.
Yes, he is. Well, I mean, he could. This could be a turning point for a historic career for Anthony Joshua because he's still young.
Man, look, I love the fact that he had to come out here and search, and he searched for Floyd because it's going to make so many people mad. I like to see that. So many people.
Yeah. They don't want to see Floyd back in the spotlight.
They didn't want to see Floyd when he fought Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, that's true. And he beat he embarrassed the heck out of Ireland and Scotland and the UK. Woo, they didn't like that.
There's only one Ricky Hatton, all that singing.
Yeah, I love that. I was like, I was at a pub, okay?
Oh, were you? See?
I was at a pub in Dallas. And, here in Dallas, a lot of those pubs, like, I didn't go to South Dallas. This was like North Dallas, okay?
Uh-huh.
And so the crowd wasn't necessarily minority, okay? So I'm surrounded by cats that were trying not to be, but they were, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So, and I'm in there.
That type of power. I love that.
Yes, because they were supporting Ricky Hatton. Oh, Ricky, yeah, we're going to finally get this. You know, Ricky fought with a lot of moxie. Ricky wasn't convinced that you could beat him. He couldn't believe that. And when he got bounced around that ring like he did.
Easily washed.
That was that check hook into the turnbuckle.
Yeah. I've always said, for as tough as he is, once he fights somebody who knows how to move around the ring,
he's
gonna lose. I knew he would have 3 losses against the guys he fought. Easy, because he's an inside fighter with the Moreland style. All you gotta do is give him some distance and just jab him and pop him all night.
And that's what happened to Porter.
Yeah, it's not gonna last long. When you fight like that, it's not gonna last long.
Yeah. Somebody gonna figure it out, step back and throw some combinations. You come catching all of them.
I don't know why they don't tell these cats that. That's an easy win. When you fight guys like him, easy. Costa Zoo would have washed him.
Oh yeah. Big time. Power.
You know?
Costa Zoo had.
Costa Zoo would have washed him. Zab would have gave him the business. They don't talk about Zab being undisputed.
Yeah, they really don't.
They don't. Telling you something. They don't talk about Zab being undisputed.
You don't even hear about that.
No. I just seen something where he was holding all his belts. I don't know if it was his birthday or not. And I was like, see, they don't talk about that. All jokes aside.
Yeah.
They don't talk about him being undisputed.
Yeah, Zab had a lot of promise. I don't know what his undoing was all about.
Get your father out of your corner. Get your father out of your corner and get Brooklyn out of your head. That's our problem. We from Brooklyn, man. We let these cats come in our camp, get in our ear. You can't do that. You got to move away sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Same way I thought that when this guy moved away from Staten Island and he came down to Texas, if you really look at it, I'm talking about he just fought Better Beef. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't get it. He just fought Better Beef and lost. And he moved from Staten Island to
you're talking about Brown.
Who?
Brown.
Yes, Brown. He moved down to
Kyron Brown or something like that.
No. Brown though, is it Brown?
It's Brown. Yeah, it's Kyron. His first initial is a K. It's Kyron or something like that. Brown.
But he moved down there with to deal with a Spence trainer, and he didn't learn nothing.
Yeah, Derek.
He didn't learn nothing. I thought he would. See, when you get away from I thought he didn't. He stood in that ring for a while.
Yeah,
and he looked good, showing you.
He tried. He gave it.
You can get Better Beef.
Yeah,
he tried.
He tried. He really did. He just wasn't expected. I mean, I saw him with that headbutt. He was he did that on purpose, man.
Yeah, he did that on purpose.
And
still didn't finish him.
Yeah, Better Beef looks like the devil. Anyway, that's
he
what
damn
he looks
sure
like. Right? And he up there with all that blood all over. I think he really freaked Brown out because he didn't even pause at the blood coming out the top of his head.
He didn't. He just kept coming forward.
And he kept beating that, knocking the Jesus out. He couldn't even believe it. He couldn't believe it.
If you're a smart fighter, for a guy like him, and I'm seeing it, you hit him to the body. You don't keep going for his head. His head is too big. You keep hitting him to the body, and you would have had that man at your mercy. I don't know what these trainers be telling. Oh, he probably did tell him that. He probably just wasn't listening.
Yeah, he probably wasn't listening. Probably not.
Got to wear cats down to the body.
You know, Spence is from Brooklyn.
Was he?
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn. Spence.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn. He moved to Texas as a baby, but he was born in Brooklyn.
Oh, I didn't see. Yeah. You gave me some news. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a New York boy. That's a New York boy.
I see you and your man be going at it, man. He stay on you, man. Yeah, he stay on you, Carlito.
Yeah, he do.
Stay on you.
You know, I told him a little while ago. He was talking about shooting some pool. I told him, I said, I'll travel to whoop you.
See that?
I told him, I'll travel to whoop your tail on the pool table. You know, I was in the Army for years, man. That's all we did.
So you did? Okay. Okay.
So I just told him, I'll travel to whoop your tail on the pool table. He didn't give me no comeback on that one. I was like, man, I mean, some of these cats, you know, I'm old school, bro. You know, we handle our business a little different. It ain't no wolf ticket.
Right.
It's all action, you know.
Right, exactly. And it should be.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you know, as much crap as this kid talks, I'm pretty sure I'd have pulled him over a desk or something. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm like, dude, you don't even know who you talking to.
Like Hasim did, Lennox. It all ended different for him. He picked him up like a little kid and he dragged him across the table and then tossed him.
And tossed him. That's what's up. You know, I don't know. But
I always tell cats all the time, Carlito, man, while working, stop playing with me. That's all. That's my answer to everything.
Like I recently blocked one cat. This dude was so condescending. It's like, dude, this is about boxing knowledge. If you have a point, bring your points to bear. Put them out there. Let's talk. Let's chop it up. Okay. But all of the personal insults, you know, that's an invitation to an ass whoop. I mean, if you want one, bruh. You know I'm not going to be impressed if I beat your tail. I'm not going to be, I already know. Okay.
You know what gets me? Like you said, bring your knowledge to the game, right?
It's okay.
Listen to me. Don't hit me with the emoji laughing when you didn't debate with me. When they do that to me, Carly, I'm going to tell you something. I block them. Yeah. Because that means you have no conversation for me. So every time I see you laughing at something that wasn't funny, I block you because I already know down the road you're a waste of my time.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'll never get to have good conversations. See, that's what these guys don't understand. Carlito, when you block them, they see empty face all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave all the haters and all those casuals to the casuals. You'll never be able to debate and say nothing to me because I probably got like about 1,000 people blocked.
Wow. I'm
not even gonna lie to you.
Wow.
I looked at it one time. I was up to 800 and some change.
Gee, I got about 5 because I don't care. You know, it's like I want the interaction. I just don't understand. I don't understand why it's got to go personal. This is about a sport, man. There
you go. That's where I'm not playing with you at. I don't have time for that, man.
Yeah. That's bananas.
Because I was on there with Norman, and I'm looking. I'm like, and this is no bragging or patting on the back because I rocks with RBK. This is why I'm doing it. Let me say that first and foremost.
Amen.
Go and look at the likes and what's being said. I getting guys that send me friend requests and I go, nah. All you gotta do is comment. I don't need to be your friend because you're looking for something else if you send me if you're in my DM. You're looking for something else.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, Go and look at my comments, man. I see the 100, 200 on this. It never used to be that because they don't have no choice but to understand and like the knowledge. Because I'm not coming with no bullshit.
No. And if you're an actual fan of the sport, I mean, it's not like we own the sport. We're fans too. We just we fans too, but we invest our because we're into the sport, so we go see. We do our research. You know,
I've been wrong, and I've been wrong before.
Yeah.
No, it don't bother. I don't duck out.
That's true.
I was wrong about George fighting Tio.
Yep.
But Tio did have some problems, right? Mm-hmm. Tio did have some problems, but I was wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't matter to me.
Yeah. I think, when I understand a lot of them have their favorite fighter, like some of them are just Crawford to die, to the death.
Right.
Crawford.
Right.
I'm a Crawford fan. If Crawford will quit bull jive, like I really sincerely wanted to give him a bunch of credit for Porter. But the same dog that was in the fight with Spence didn't show up in the Crawford fight. That I ain't gonna quit. I mean, like, look at the attitude. When Spence dropped Porter, Porter was like shaking that off and getting right back at it, like, no, I ain't going out like that. He beating up the floor fighting Crawford.
Yep. You're right.
And then quitting. His daddy got him quitting. That's not the same Porter I've seen in any previous fight.
I'm sure it's not.
I mean, quitting? Oh, no, that's not. Look, that wasn't even in my psyche doing a fight analysis on Showtime Sean Porter. It wasn't even a possibility that I would think that he would quit, man. I don't care if it's your daddy or whatever. He should have picked that towel up and threw it back at his daddy. It's like, no, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, he should have. Yep.
But I don't know, man. But
explain something to me. Explain to me how Lomachenko can get in front of Haney and try to get the Kambosos fight. I really don't get
two words. What is it? Masurio Sulaiman? That's it.
Yeah, come on.
Words. That's it. That's why.
Dude,
he is pro-Hispanic. Okay, excuse my French because I know boy is from Lomachenko is from Croatia or right. What is it? Because I don't want to disrespect a man like that. Ukraine. He's Ukrainian. Okay. So I realize that that's not Hispanic. But if you look at the majority of the butt kissing that goes on by Sulaiman, he keeps making exceptions and new belts and, what else? You gonna wipe the man's butt for him? I mean, God,
it's not fair. It's not fair.
And then it seems like it's always to the demise of a brother. Like,
always.
Look. Always. Look at the situation where Valdez and Shakur Stevenson just can't find themselves in the ring.
It makes no sense.
They should be fighting now. Neither one of them. I mean, I think Shakur just signed something. I think he's gonna fight somebody. But he's been trying to get Valdez right after, like, he beat your boy the Marine. Okay?
See, it's cool when that happens, though. See, it's cool when he fights Heron. It's cool when you got two of the brothers fighting. Heron. You don't want the brothers to have the belt when.
Yeah, that's what it is. You don't want to see the brothers with a belt.
All I'm saying is play fair. That's all I'm saying. Play fair.
You know what? That's the story of this country's history.
Yeah.
Play fair with the brothers. Don't get mad because if I'm naturally faster or naturally something more coordinated or whatever the case, they need rules that force these fighters to face their feet.
So Carlito, we're mutants then.
Nah, they're mutants. We the original. Ain't no mutants.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I know that's controversial. Nobody want to hear that. If you a spin-off, you just are.
Hey, I'm just saying, what are you scared of? Like, what
are you scared of getting that embarrassment? Because the proof is you get in there and find out you're not as good. You're not.
Yeah. Fight Shakur.
Yeah.
Fight Shakur. Fight Haney. Like, instead of making all these.
Catch up. Look. Seriously.
Catch up.
Watch this. What's whiter than a Ukrainian? Nothing. Right? Seriously. There's no disrespect, but seriously. You know why Lomachenko is so cool and can do everything? He took dancing lessons. Dude took dancing lessons.
Yep.
And now he found his rhythm, and he'll get in that rhythm on you, and you caught up in the matrix. So when I say catch up, man, go take some ballet class. Go get some rhythm where you're coordinating. And then bring that like Lomachenko did and like Usyk has done to the ring.
Yep.
There's the blueprint.
Fair enough.
Putting it out there for everybody to see. You need some rhythm, man.
Fair
if
enough.
You're going to fight a chat with, timing, and rhythm. He out there, he dancing on you Muhammad Ali style. Pop, pop, backing up. He got you.
And let me say this.
That's rhythm.
Let me say this. And I was the one who said, I don't think Tank can beat Lomachenko. That's how I feel.
I still feel that way.
And cats, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. His power means nothing when you can't use it. Mm-hmm. And I've seen Tank be behind on a jab. Cats out jab him. Leo out jabbed him
all night long. If Leo had kept himself away from the ropes, that's all he had. I don't care. Leo wants a rematch now. He sees the light now. Leo, all you had to do is run. I don't care, run. When he's trying to pin you down, take off running. 100-yard dash to the other side of the ring. Whatever you got to do, but don't let him pin you on them ropes and then just jab him to death, because there was nothing that Tank could do with Leo Santa Cruz at all while he was just boxing him. He was that boy's head looked like a ping pong ball. Yes. Something. I mean, seriously, he was out boxing Tank easy. Wasn't even hard.
You don't want to have that conversation, man.
You don't want
to have that conversation.
But I mean, so we are talking about this. This is not like, okay, the brothers this, the brothers that. We against everybody. The brothers against the world.
I'm very biased.
Good fight, man. I don't care.
I'm very biased. I'm very biased with my words. I know what's what. See, but they forget. I was on that Lomachenko feed, and I said Lomo will beat Tank. Last time I checked, Tank is a brother.
Yeah, he is. And I don't see him getting a chance to use his power. I see a clinic. I call it a clinic.
There you go.
I posted it. It ain't popular. You're supposed to be down. Look.
What does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean?
You know what it is? I'm not willing to be a liar for the sake of my nationality.
There you go.
That's a good one. Really fight and you ain't really that good, just because you come from where I come from, I'm not going to pretend with you.
There you go.
And it gets on my nerves big time to watch a lot of Canelo's fans. Canelo Alvarez, if Roy Jones was fighting, you would see him get completely embarrassed from 160 to 175.
He really would.
And maybe if he wanted to fight him up to cruiser. But that's a talent that he wouldn't.
I can't argue that. I can't even argue that one.
So, but they want to pretend that that's the level of talent that they're looking at. Like it's equivalent to a Sweet Pea Whitaker or a Roy
No, it's not.
Jones. Come on, man. This dude is clumsy and
he's a better fighter against the fighters that he's fighting against.
And he's fighting against. And
when he fought Plant, you see how long it took him?
Yeah, took him 8 rounds to start catching up.
I was with him on that. But do you see how long it took him?
Mm-hmm. It took him 8 rounds to start catching up. And then Dirty Judges had the fight scored all rounds for Canelo. Now, anybody who can wave bye-bye by themselves know that that's a bald-faced lie.
Yeah, that was a lie.
A huge lie. Those judges lied on, what was it, CB? I don't know. They were on national TV. They lied.
I don't know why they're never held accountable. They're never held accountable.
Yeah, and nobody says anything. So I'm going to say, judges, you some lying sons of you-know-what.
That's true.
You are. Right. You lied. Canelo did not win 1 through 9. And all 3 of the judges, I was mad at. So essentially, this man can't be beat because they're going to lie on the scorecards. So if you don't knock Canelo out, you can't win. Now that's messed up. Mm-hmm. Now you want to glorify that. You want to get behind and push and go, oh, you're a hater. No, we're a hater of lies.
I'm a hater of lies.
He didn't win all of those rounds consecutively. They didn't give Plant. I think they gave him 2 rounds, bro. I don't even know which 2 they gave him, but it was 9-2.
Let me tell you something. All he had to do was take lesser fights. He'd be undefeated to this day.
To my point.
He didn't need the Canelo fight so soon.
You know what? I think this is what I honestly believe. This is my honest opinion. I think he knew he wasn't going to get a decision win no matter what he did, and probably took like a payoff to go ahead and just let himself get knocked out.
Because he damn sure got knocked out.
He sure did, but this is why. Let me say it. I'm not going to just make a blanket statement. I'll tell you why. Plant said categorically, if you think I'm going to lay on the ropes like Callum Smith, he said, like Callum Smith, and let you hit me, you got another thing coming. That's not going to happen. And he didn't until the last, the 11th round or something. And that's exactly what he did. He went and laid on the ropes and got caught, you know. And when I say got caught, I'm thinking, you know, I don't even see how, I mean, it was almost like he was watching it coming and wincing, like he could see it and couldn't get out of the way or wouldn't get out of the way. So maybe he wasn't trying to take it as hard as he got it or whatever.
Yeah, because he wasn't fully down. He really wasn't fully down.
No. You know.
He was beat. He was beat.
Look at his soul, how tormented his soul is. Now, if you watch any video and they start asking him, you know, what happened or whatever, Plant be sitting there with this pissed off look like and I understand if it's legit and you really lost and you really can't even believe it, right?
Right.
But he looks like he's disturbed within. Now, his woman is happy as a bag, you know.
Right, of course.
Yeah, she happy. Okay, she real happy. She don't care nothing about that loss. Would have made more money than
he survived, and he made some money.
Yeah, so she real happy. But Plant looks like his soul is disturbed. Like he went out there and everything in him is against, you know, cheating or against taking a dive.
Right.
But I think he looked at the fact that he was not going to get a decision. He probably ain't got what it even takes to knock Canelo out.
No, I don't think that he's I don't think that
he could do it. So he knew he was going to lose either way. And they probably offered him some money to go ahead and just lose by a knockout.
That's why I would like to see him fight Jermell Charlo.
Well, they have been in each other's face.
Yeah.
Talking about the fight, trying to like peaceably talk about it.
Because he'll definitely beat Danny Jacobs. He'll beat Danny Jacobs. And I like Danny, but he'll beat Danny Jacobs.
At 168, you see him beating Jacobs.
Yeah, he'll beat Jacobs.
You know, sometimes when these fighters put on weight, they're a different fighter.
Right.
Jacobs might come up in there with some power we didn't know he had.
True.
You know?
He should. Don't campaign at 175 though. Just don't go to 175.
Shakur Stevens from super lightweight to junior middleweight, I think is the biggest problem in that whole section. Because I think if he go up to 140, I think his power will amplify coming up.
They don't give him enough credit.
Yeah, he's completely underrated.
Yeah, they don't give him enough credit. He don't have the complexion for it, so they don't give him the credit for it. They definitely don't. He's easily talented.
Yeah. He don't get the press. I try to cover him, you know, but he should, you know, they got Gary Russell Jr. coming up against that Masagu kid. I think that fight should have been against Shakur Stevens.
Right.
Shakur should have got that fight too.
They don't want him. I'm telling you, man. He's so marketable. He can do some everything. McDonald's commercials, whatever you want to give. Coke commercials. He has the smile. He's so marketable, but they don't give that man credit.
Y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Yes. Just hit that like button and follow us. We put this kind of content. This is real boxing knowledge. This is no BS right here. So we got a question. Boots Ennis versus Crawford. Why isn't that fight being set right now for like the spring?
Yeah, look, man, Bud don't want to put that on the line, man. He don't want to fight that guy.
No, because he'll lose.
You don't want to fight that guy. He'll definitely be behind on points if you don't knock him out.
Yeah, and I don't see him. I see him getting knocked out. I think Boots could get him out of there in like seven rounds. Boots is ready and closing. I don't see Crawford being able to stay on his feet. I see Crawford getting beat up, man. I mean, outclassed and beat up.
I do too.
And that's why he ain't, every time somebody say something about that fight, he changed the subject. He want to go down and go fight Josh Taylor.
Right.
How you gonna hustle backwards?
He is hustling backwards. See, what Boots got to do is he got to get in position to get one of them belts. And the best way for him to get one of them belts was him to fight Ugas. You don't want him to fight Spence. Let him fight Ugas because then you get one part of that belt. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want him to fight Spence yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I know if he fights well, see, I can't say he's gonna fight Crawford. That's why I didn't say him.
Well, Crawford ain't gonna fight him. Crawford is on AFN stuff. Yeah.
He's not gonna fight him.
I think Crawford got lucky because he was behind in that Porter fight. He got lucky. Mm-hmm. He got lucky that Porter blew it. And
but I told you if that man keeps it messy, Carlito, he could win the fight.
D, you called that like it had.
That's it. That's all he had to do. Keep it messy, right?
Yeah.
Then he started making those adjustments on him, which you're supposed to. Start making those adjustments on him. And, he lost his confidence, man. He didn't keep it messy.
For 8 rounds, he couldn't adjust to what Porter was doing to him. He couldn't do nothing about it.
No, he had him.
I mean, I was laughing. I was ready because I've been telling people forever that this guy is not pound for pound the best fighter in the world like he's claimed. But now, we got this BS going on. He got some more false credit. Porter done did something he ain't never done in a fight in his life, which is quit.
Like, again, Spence got both of those belts, and he's shooting for the third. And y'all still keep shooting him down, saying that he ain't the best. Maybe he's not, Carlito. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not the best. But I know one thing. Right now at 147, he's ahead of Crawford.
Yes, he is.
That's all.
Two belts to 1.
Yeah.
And he didn't beat the Hornet. Jeff the Hornet didn't get his. Spence didn't get his belt from Jeff the Hornet.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He went over to somebody else's country to beat them.
In their backyard, yes, sir.
In their backyard. When people were saying, this guy ain't going to beat King. He's not beating Kell Brooks. Okay?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't beat him. He made him submit.
Yeah, made him. Yeah.
He made him submit in his own backyard.
Took a knee in his own backyard.
That was better than knocking him out.
That's amazing. Beating Porter, fighting Porter's fight. That's not even talked about. How you gonna take another cat's style and whoop him with it?
Yeah.
And these people, there are people running around literally hating on Arrow the Truth Spence.
They don't like him. Yep, they don't.
I don't know why. Why? Because he whooping all of y'all's butt. That's why you don't like him.
You don't like him.
Who was that guy he dropped on with a body shot here in Dallas? 1 round. Bam! He was 1 round. Yeah, that's why they don't like him.
Let me tell you something. If he gets the WBA belt from Ugas, right?
And he will.
And he stops there and don't become undisputed, I wouldn't even be mad at him.
No,
it won't matter to me.
Because the only reason he ain't going to be undisputed is because Crawford will be ducking and claiming. I can see Crawford talking about he got injured or something, trying to drag it out. Crawford is already, 33? He'll be 34 this year. It ain't like he getting no younger. He ain't gonna be able to take no real punishment. What is Spence is 31. Spence is he's in his prime for sure. And if he's not gonna be encumbered by that eye situation, and he's well past the car rate. So if he can actually fight and train and spar and do everything he's supposed to do, and he gets a hold of Mr. Crawford, it's going to be lights. I want to see that fight in September of 22.
Got you. Let me clear something up while we're here. We kept saying Brown, Marcus Brown.
Marcus Brown, my bad. I thought it was K.
There you go. It's okay. Marcus Brown.
Okay. I thought it was K something. That's
I know you're talking about K, Kyron Davis, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Believe he fought David Benavidez.
That's where I got it confused right there.
And he threw the towel in, but he took a beating.
He really did.
Yeah, he took a beating. He hung in there though.
So, fighter of the year in your estimation for 2021 is who?
Yeah, fighter of the year.
Yeah, fighter of the year.
I didn't watch so many fights, Carlito. Give me yours so I can.
I had to go with Fury. Fury, the beatdown he put on Wilder
that's fair enough. That could, yeah, I don't even have to
was
think.
Incredible.
Yeah.
In the rematch.
Fighter of the year, yeah, definitely. Tyson Fury. Easily.
Tyson Fury said, I'm gonna whoop your tail and twice on Sunday. I believe everything.
I believe everything he says also. I believe everything he says.
That's crazy, man.
No, no, big man, good legs. Remember when Buster fought Tyson? He didn't just beat him, man. He annihilated him. He destroyed him. He destroyed him because, and Sugar Ray Leonard was commentating. He said it himself. He said, look at the legs on Buster Douglas. He didn't say, look at the jab.
Yeah, he said, look
at the height. He said, look at the legs on Buster Douglas. Because his legs was allowing him to shoot that jab. And he was giving it to Tyson. And I knew that was going to be his night. He looked beautiful.
Yeah, he did.
Even when he fell down and got hit.
Yeah, he got dropped.
And got right up.
I thought that was it too. He got up off the floor and took
it was supposed to.
Business.
Most people who hit the canvas, they leave it alone. He was supposed to stay down. He didn't. The legs, Tyson Fury's legs allow him to move around the ring, pop that jab, and not just throw one shot like Wilder does.
Yeah.
Wilder has no footwork.
None. No ring generalship to speak.
No. He has a right hand with a notice on it that says, I'm going to be throwing this all night. And you can just read it right off the glove.
All right. I'm going to throw a question at you. Did Sulaiman just ruin Devin Haney's lightweight career?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That pride belt is a joke.
Definitely. You don't want to see that man in position.
No.
You don't.
You
don't want to see him in position.
It's because of Floyd. Because
if
Floyd controls the lightweight division with Devin Haney, and now he got Joshua, bruh. Come on, man. I mean, that's Floyd to take over boxing with
again. Let's say again.
Without. He'll just take over.
Again.
Wow.
Again. That's why these guys lose sleep. Oh, you'll put him against this. Floyd should come back. That's why De La Hoya, he's sitting up right now trying to find a way to beat Floyd Mayweather.
And he can't.
And I like De La Hoya. De La Hoya is my fighter, right?
Yeah.
But when he start all this Floyd Mayweather crying and staying up late worrying about what Floyd's doing, it just tarnished everything for me. I look at him funny. He's a weirdo.
He just offered a couple of months ago, about 90 days ago, Oscar offered $100 million to Floyd Mayweather for a rematch, and Floyd accepted. And then it got real quiet. You know, all of a sudden, Oscar ain't talking about the comeback he was trying to make no more. He done slithered back down up under that rock he crawled out from.
They're destroying Haney right now, man. Yeah, he should be the first person fighting that man. And you want him to go to his backyard? Go to his backyard. He should be fighting Devin Haney. Yeah. And then anything after that, let's see if Lomo wants to fight him. Lomo ain't slick. He know he can beat George. People saying he can't.
Everybody, that's a clinic too. Tank versus Lomachenko is a clinic.
Yes.
Well, kills him. Kambosos will be caught up in the matrix probably from about the third round until he gets knocked out or stopped around.
Listen to me. If you're a believer and you say who you are, I'm dead serious when I say this, Carlito. If I was Tank, I'd want to go fight Kambosos.
Oh, yeah.
I'm who I say I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't I want to be undisputed? Even if I was going to lose, I'm taking that shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
These guys don't care.
But Haney, I ain't seen nobody get done that dirty since Roy Jones lost in the Olympics.
Right.
That was dirty, and what they just did to that man's WBC title was atrocious.
Yeah. When Tio had it, it was okay to say he's not undisputed. He's not undisputed. The whole time they kept saying that. He's not undisputed. I don't know why he keeps saying he's undisputed. But soon this man gets it, he's undisputed. Like, come on, man. The writing's on the wall. Like, y'all need to cut that out. See, I told many guys, y'all need that over there in Australia. We don't need it here in Brooklyn. I can give you 5 different champions in Brooklyn. We don't need it here or in the USA, right? Because that's what I'm from, right?
Right.
We don't need it here. Like y'all need that. Mm-hmm. Y'all desperately need that. That's why y'all got to do the politics.
Yeah.
We don't got to do all of that. We got nothing but champions here in the US.
That's right.
You go to sleep, wake up as champions. Shakur's a champion.
Yeah, Shakur. That's the other guy that they're trying to usurp. I don't know. Are they still in their prime years? What are they doing? Trying to stay inactive until people, are not as sharp or what have you.
That Valdez fight should be there, no different than these Jake Paul fights is there. See, y'all, it's easy for y'all to play those games and give out. That's free money.
Yeah, it is.
Because even Floyd said he's coming. Somebody said he's coming back to fight. That's free money. I can't even be mad at him. It's free money. Get the same free money Jake is getting.
Yeah.
But make these fights. Why Valdez isn't fighting Shakur? Why Haney isn't fighting Kambosos?
Kambosos will get.
Why Bud isn't fighting Boots?
Yeah. I mean, right now, neither one of them have a fight. This would be huge. He's always trying to act like the bad boy or whatever. Well, this is the fight we want, Mr. Bad Boy.
Right.
Go over there and fight Boots Ennis, and then pick Spence up in September because you back. Because you the pound.
Because it's easy to go backwards, right? Yeah. And fight Josh Taylor and win.
Yeah, ain't nobody expecting Josh to beat Crawford.
You'll be undisputed twice in the same weight division. Yeah, see?
It's who you fought, man. It is not that you win, it's who did you beat.
Right.
If you want to go up to cruiserweight and fight a nobody, it's not an accomplishment. No respect. We don't care. You can call yourself a circus clown or a cruiser.
Because we all do know that
he ain't gonna defend it.
Canelo's gonna
he ain't gonna defend. This is how you know it's a chicken shit move. Excuse my French, but it is, because if he does win cruiserweight, he will not stay at cruiserweight and fight another cruiserweight.
What he's doing,
he'll fight Planet 168, but he don't want none of Benavidez.
Right.
He'll fight Munguia at 160, but he don't want none of Charlo or Andre. See, that's
he could fight them.
Right. Prep, man. This is and then they want kudos and try to act like a world beater. Okay, you know what? Planet is such a good fighter. He really is. I really think the politics are why he let that go, because he wasn't gonna win fighting his heart out. He would have just lost out on the step. I'm pretty sure the same money that Adelaide Berg got for that 118, 110 judge it's the same level of cheating.
Right.
Plant wasn't gonna win a decision, and they messed around and put the judges' scorecards up there through 9 rounds. It was all Canelo. And anybody with
they're wrong for that.
Man,
they're wrong for that.
My daughter could score a fight better than that.
Mm-hmm. They are wrong for that.
They don't know nothing about boxing.
They should stop using these same judges too. They should stop recycling these judges.
They need legal action against these people. They need to be sued through the roof when they do something so corrupt. It's sort of like, Thurman is in Boxing 24. I posted the article, and he's talking about the entire story, verbatim. Everything that we've said came out of Thurman's mouth about Canelo. Okay. He's fighting subpar competition and trying to claim all the glory, like he just whooped a Sweet Pea Whitaker somewhere, or he just whooped a high level, high talented. When it comes to what one thing Canelo said, he's right. There are levels to this, and he told Plant, "I'm gonna show you." But the levels, one of his levels has always got something to do with cheating. Oh yeah, I tested positive. You banned me or you punished me for 6 months or whatever. That's like a slap on the wrist for using PEDs. And then you're gonna go up to cruiserweight and do another little weak fight and come back claiming like you just did something. Like he's going to there and beat Mike Tyson or somebody.
Yeah, because he's gonna beat him. He is gonna beat him.
He's gonna beat him. Anybody with a pair of eyes know. And that is, what Thurman said? Look how chummy that cruiserweight is with Canelo is he's so grateful for this opportunity. You know he's laying down.
Yeah, he is grateful for that opportunity. That I will say also.
Yeah, so he ain't looking for this cash cow to come up there and lose. I'm pretty sure that's not what Canelo's not going up there to lose, but you got to look at who did this guy beat to become the cruiserweight champion. Wasn't nobody up there to begin with.
Right.
And now, you know, you got Usyk saying he'll come down. He'll come down to cruiserweight. He ain't going to give up his heavyweight titles to Canelo, but he'll come down to cruiserweight and fight him. And that would be a real fight.
It would be.
You know, I don't see Usyk laying down to him, but then it may not be no consequence if he did come down and lay down because his heavyweight belts would still be intact. He wouldn't lose anything from taking. That'd be a money fight for him too. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I like to see Better Beef go up to cruiserweight.
I want to see Canelo with somebody that's not taking a dive check. I want real judges in there too. So if Plant could have gotten on his bicycle and ran for the rest of the fight, he still would have won on points.
So you thinking that I'm going to ask you, Carlito. So you thinking that no, I'm not going to say you thinking. I'm asking you. You think that David Benavidez beats Canelo
on points?
Yeah, I don't think he will ever beat Canelo.
He has enough sense to keep Canelo. Okay, here's what you ever seen Benavidez? Look at how slow Canelo. You could call Canelo slow. He's a slow dude. Yeah, he's slow. What I mean is on his feet, not his jab.
Okay, on his feet.
On his feet, he's slow. Yes. Well, look at how rangy Benavidez is and the combinations and stuff. I think he would embarrass. He has all the incentive.
Definitely, he's my man.
Yeah,
I'm going against him. I watched him fight Kyron Davis, and I watched Kyron Davis move that man's body where he took 2 steps, and it was so embarrassing for me because I'm like, why is he able to push David constantly and he's awkward off his feet? Canelo will destroy that man's ribs and not knock him out, but he will knock him down. And what's going to happen is David's going to get up at the end of the fight when he loses and respect Canelo and say, yo, he was the best fighter. This, that. He's not. And Carlito, I like David. I've been watching David's career. He'll never, in this life, he'll never beat Canelo. Wow. He will get destroyed.
Okay.
Only because he doesn't, let me say this, he doesn't defend himself. He fights like Jared Hurd, coming forward, not having his hands up. And just to prove it, let him fight Plant, and I guarantee you Plant beats David Benavidez. Guarantee you. And I hate Plant. I don't want to say that.
Why you hate Plant, man? Why you hate Plant?
I just think that he's he didn't fight enough guys that I want to see him fight for me to like him.
I got you.
That's the only reason why. I like his skills.
His resume is weak.
Yeah, I love his skills though. If you ask me, Caleb got skills, boxing skills. He has the skills that David should have. David
throws combinations.
Yes, he does.
Fast combinations. If he catch you in a lull where he done contacted you, you might catch 4 or 5 more real quick. I think the same oh shit moment that you see with AJ, like when he get hit, it's like, oh, I think Canelo has that. And if you start popping him, landing on him.
Yeah, he got a better chin, a better beard though, man.
Well, no, I'm not saying that it does like you gonna knock Canelo out. I think he can take it. I just don't think he can do anything about it.
Okay.
I can see him actually getting hit.
Because Triple G was tearing his head up.
Triple G but
he was still there.
Triple G is an old dude now and was old when he fought Canelo.
Yeah, I really think that when we force this fight with Benavidez and Canelo, we're going to be disappointed. He's going to destroy that kid. And that kid's going to wish he never got in that ring with him.
I don't think David Benavidez will lay down. And because I don't think he'll lay down, I don't think he'll let Canelo catch him. That boy knows how to move around. He uses his height with everybody. Now look, that was the smoking gun with Callum Smith, because Callum Smith is a bad boy. And he uses his height. He fights tall.
He does.
Dude was crouched down from the word go. So you couldn't say, well, what was the body work? No, it wasn't no body work. He hadn't even been hit good.
Hard. I think Canelo hits hard.
He does, but in that Callum was fighting like he was a foot shorter than he actually is.
He ruined that man's arm.
Yeah, because he was laying on the ropes.
Could you imagine what he's going to do to David's ribs? He's going to beat David so bad that after this, after you watch him beat him, I guarantee you, me and you'll both be here and we'll have to say, yo, David gave him that fight. I
just honestly don't believe it. I think these kids are taking dive checks. I don't believe it, man. And when I'm gonna say this, okay, remember when Canelo got suspended for the clenbuterol?
Yes.
Okay, he got suspended. To his credit, to Canelo's credit, Canelo did submit a hair sample.
Right.
And the hair sample did not contain the levels of clenbuterol that it would if he was a straight up user. So it was plausible that, you know, he got the clenbuterol from eating bad meat or whatever in Mexico. It's plausible, okay? That's to Canelo's credit. But Victor Conte came out and said that does not mean he ain't doing other stuff that is not even detectable. Okay, they still can't detect some of the things that these cats can do. And so what I'm looking at is the physical effects. If you look at Canelo's career, when you're a young fighter, you have more energy as a young man than you do as an older guy.
Right.
Canelo been gassing the entire time except for about the last 3 fights. Last 3 fights, Canelo has not been gassing. He didn't gas from the second fight with Triple G, he didn't gas. 4, he hasn't been gassed. He gassed against Trout. That's why a lot of people thought he lost that fight. He kind of gassed on Lara. Because Lara was out boxing. Lara, you know, running around the ring. He had to chase Lara all over the ring. Yeah, but points-wise, if you score in the fight round by round, the accumulated rounds, Lara won the fight. But they didn't give it to him. So I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I want to see him in a fight where the judges are fair and actually score the fight accurately. If the man wins, he wins. Let's give him the W. But if it's some nonsense going on, man, that's what's driving the disbelief. You know, like I hate to keep referencing the scorecards in the Plant fight, but that's the smoking gun. I mean, unless you got to be looking at the fight like this. Okay. Oh, Canelo. Okay. You know, if you're gonna do that, then yeah, you can give Canelo anything. But the truth is, he didn't win all of those rounds, and y'all know it.
He definitely didn't. I'm not gonna say he did. He definitely did.
He didn't win, but the scorecard, all 3 judges had him winning all of them.
Yeah, they're wrong for that. That's why I was glad that how should I say? That's why I was glad that he put him down because
that's the only
lie would have been bad. The lie would have been terrible.
Terrible.
The lie would have been terrible.
Terrible.
So, since you lied and he did put him down, we're still on your ass about it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we didn't have to lie. I just wonder if that was a legitimate knockout or the kid just know he wasn't going to win and you got a big payday for laying down.
See?
Nobody expected him to lay down. I really didn't. I was like, okay, finally he's in there with somebody who can fight. And we critiqued that fight up to the knockout.
He was the better fighter. Yes, he was the better fighter, better than Saunders. Yeah, that was the best fight that that Canelo could have had fought.
Yeah.
Yes, I will say that because Saunders and Plant are 2 different fighters. Definitely.
Man. All right, D. Go ahead and ask everybody to like and subscribe to the channel.
That's right. Like and subscribe to the channel.
Happy New Year. Mr. Clayton, we got 2022 coming up.
Yes, we do.
We got in about 11 hours and 45 minutes. We're going to be in a whole new year.
Yes, we are.
Man, 2020.
I want you to have a very happy new year. Health. Blessings, man. Blessings.
I appreciate that. Blessings.
I'm proud to be here.
Absolutely. I'm proud. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to have you guys.
Shout out to my man Norm. He's not here right now.
Big Norm, where you at? You at the job, Norm?
Yeah, shout out to him.
You the salty mind, Norm.
That's right. We're gonna get with him. We get with him next year.
Yeah, we're gonna see you next year, Norman.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. RBK is in the building.
Yes, we are.
Mr. D. Clagan, RBK, yours truly. We wish all of y'all a happy new year, and we'll see y'all next year. Peace.